Happy Friday, Quad Cities. We wrap up our week with some breaking news. I haven't broken any news in the Quad Cities in quite some time, so hopefully I haven't forgotten how to do this. I don't have any cool animations or graphics to give you, but I can tell you it comes from the world of high school football, where Kevin Tippet has officially stepped down as the head football coach of the North Scott Lancers. Kevin Tippet spent the last 27 years at North Scott, 5 of them as the defensive coordinator, the last 18 as the head football coach, and what a program he's built. Back in his first season, the North Scott Lancers didn't make the postseason. They have each and every year since then 17 straight postseason appearances. Been to the state quarterfinals 8 times, the state semifinals 3 times, and of course, won that state championship back in 2020. His overall record at North Scott, 139-54. And one thing you always noticed about North Scott football is they continued to get better throughout the season. That was probably the case this past year. North Scott lost a couple times during the regular season, but they continued to get better, played really well in the postseason, making it back to the Unidome and the state semifinals. I talked with Coach on the phone last night, texted him about his stats, wanted him to give me his records, and while he gave me what they were, he always deflected back to the people, always talking about his players and his other coaches, and that's just the type of guy that Kevin Tippet is. He's been really good to me. On a personal note, always been welcoming, always been friendly. He's become a friend of mine, somebody I'm excited to see what he does in the future. Obviously, he's got one son getting done playing college football, another son getting ready to go play college football. So we wish him the best of luck, and he's going to come on off the air with Matt Randazzo in January and talk about his football career and a whole bunch more coming up next month. So we're excited to do that. Congratulations once again to Kevin Tippet. Let's get to some college basketball, where it was Iowa versus Iowa State last night at Carver Hawkeye Arena, a Cy-Hawk rivalry and a showdown, and it kind of went the way that I expected. Iowa gave Iowa State their best shot. In fact, Iowa played really well for the first 35 minutes of the basketball game. Iowa State eventually coming back late, winning this one 89-80, the final score. They didn't lead until the last 4 minutes of the game, but once Iowa State got that lead, they never gave it back. 2 things that's been bugging Iowa this season: free throw shooting and rebounding. Free throw shooting pretty good last night, 13 of 15. You'll take that most evenings. But it was 46-34 on the glass. Iowa State dominating there. Good nights for Owen Freeman and Brock Harding. Owen Freeman goes for 16 points and 5 rebounds. Brock Harding had 10 points, had 8 assists as well. So Iowa almost getting the job done. They'll get back to action, have a few more games before Big Ten play begins, or continues, I should say, after the regular season. And I think this is one of the best Iowa State teams that I've seen, that I've covered. Last year, really good on defense. This year, they're really good on defense, but they can score the basketball a little better as well. So big things for Iowa State in the future. And last but not least, a lot of people have been asking me about the decor around my desk and the shadow behind me and all that. This is not a finished product. Relax, don't worry. We got a nice little studio, little setup that we're going to unveil coming up in January. So we will be ready to rock in January off the air with Matt Randazzo. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll get things rocking on January 6th.